Hi, I'm Rebecca from Little Adventure Shop, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new Osprey Poco Baby Carrier. Okay, so this is the new Osprey Poco Baby Carrier. It's the second in the range. So at the top of the range you have the Osprey Poco Premium, and then you've got the Osprey Poco, which is this one. It's released in January 2025. If you want a quick way to spot this from the earlier models, if you just look for the straps on the carrier. In this model they're a dark grey, in the earlier model they're more a lighter, almost white colour. So let's get on with some of the stats about this baby carrier. So it weighs 3.5 kilograms, and for height from here to here is 75 centimetres. Then it's 45 across the back here and 39 front to back. Now, if you a lot of people want to know how soon they can start using a baby carrier with their child and for how long they can use it. So the basic rule of thumb is your baby needs to be able to sit up by themselves before they go in one of these styles of baby carriers. And then in terms of how long you can keep using it, well, Osprey give you an overall weight. So they say no more than 22 kilograms, and that includes the weight of the carrier, which is 3.5, whatever you're carrying in it, plus your baby. So say, for example, you've basically got an empty carrier, then you'll be looking at your child's maximum weight being about 18 kilograms. Hopefully by which time they're quite happy to do a bit of walking anyway, so you maybe won't be using it as much as you were. Okay, so I'm going to talk you through the features of the carrier, how you can fit it to yourself, how you fit your baby in it, and then we'll look at some of the accessories at the end. So I'm just going to show you now how your baby carrier will come and how you put it together. Okay, so when you first get your baby carrier, it'll probably come looking a bit like this. So let me show you how you put it together. Firstly, there'll be a little toggle here, which kind of holds the baby carrier compressed. So just so you know, this distance here, from here to here, is now about 20 centimetres, just under, if you really squidge it down. So you've still got 75 by about just under 40 centimetres wide, and then you can bring this down to about 20. So first of all, you want to undo the toggles. There's one on both sides, and then you'll see the red clip here. And then there's the other end of the clips there. This forms the pod that your baby's going to be sitting in. So it's really important. These red buckles must be done up before you use the baby carrier. To be honest, can be a bit fiddly to pop in. So if I pop them both on, do them both up. The reason they're a bit fiddly is so that small hands can't get in there and fiddle with them and undo them. So do both the red ones up, then you'll see you've got your pod there. Then all you need to do is simply pull out the stand at the back, and there you go, your baby carrier is all ready to go. So what I recommend at this point is, rather than just chucking your baby straight in and getting on with it, is you spend a bit of time getting the fit right for you before you start loading the carrier up. So if we just look at the front of the carrier here, you'll see Osprey. Firstly, you've got this lovely mesh back system, which is really good for ventilation, so it stops you getting too hot and sweaty on your back. They've got the shoulder straps here. Now you can adjust the height of these shoulder straps. By doing that, all you need to do is just release this clip here, and then you can just move the shoulder straps right up to the top and all the way down to here as well. You won't be able to see on the film, but if you look behind the mesh, you'll see little markers that say extra small, small, medium and large. So I'm about 5'6", and I know I needed about medium, which is about there. So I'm then going to put two hands in here and just make sure that clip's fully compressed back down again. Okay, so we've done that, and now I've released all the straps in preparation. So I'm just going to pop the carrier on my back. One of the mistakes a lot of people make is they don't put enough weight through the waist belt. So the first thing I would recommend is get your waist belt sorted. So the top of the padded waist belt should be about at the height of your hips there. So my hips finish here, this is top of the waist belt. I'm just going to do the big clip up here, and then, oh, I've got a twist there. Let's untwist that, right, do the clip up. And then I'm just going to grab these two straps here and pull forward, and that gives me a really nice tight fit on the hip belt there. The next thing to look at is obviously the shoulder straps, and I'm just going to simply pull that down. So what I'm looking for is a nice smooth sort of bend there, which is in contact all the time with my shoulder. And then we've got a little chest harness here, which you do up there. And what that does is it stops the shoulder straps kind of chafing against your arms there. So I'm not going to do it up now because it's right across my microphone, but you get the idea. And then finally, people often overlook these straps at the back here. These are called load lifters, and what they do, if you can see, if I pull this forward, is bringing the carrier, the sort of centre of gravity is coming forward like this. So when you're going uphill, if you've got a long hike uphill with your baby, it's worth bringing these forward because you'll be leaning forward. Again, it just brings the carrier a bit closer to your back, which can be easier. And likewise, when you're going downhill, you can just release them off and the carrier will just sit back a bit and make it a bit more comfortable for you. Also, if you've got a big ponytail or something at the back, just have a play around with these, because if your ponytail's knocking on the back of the carrier, particularly if you're quite short, that's really annoying. So just sort that out before you get going. Okay, so that's the carrier fitted to the adult. Now we'll look at how to fit your baby to the carrier. Okay, so now let's talk about how to adjust the baby carrier to fit your baby. So there's two things you can adjust. First is the seat height, and secondly, you can tension these shoulder straps slightly. Now, before you pop your baby in the carrier, it's important that you get the seat height right. You don't want the head sort of tilting up right up here, and likewise you don't want it so low that they can't actually see out the sides of the carrier. So I'm just going to show you first of all how to sort the carrier seat height out. So here we go. Right, these are the shoulder straps. Now a neat little trick that's also really handy when you're just popping your baby in and out all the time is to get these out the way. Just flip the shoulder straps inside out, and then if I just turn that around there, you just shove the red clip up there and it just keeps it out the way, and you haven't got to worry about that flapping around as well while you're trying to get your baby in and out. Right, there we go. So the seat height is adjusted by this red buckle at the back of the headrest here, and all you need to do is pull it up. Then you can grab the red handle here on the seat and just drag the seat up like this, and you just do the opposite when you want to lower it down. I would probably be tempted to start with it too high and then bring it down slightly to get the right height for your baby. And then once your baby's sitting in at the right height, you're simply going to pop these straps out, and then your baby's arms go kind of through the holes here and here, and then you're clipping at the back of the shoulders there. So these just come round, and I'll just show you again. They will just clip in here and here. So there you go. You've got your baby nicely sorted in the carrier. The head should be about here, so they can look ahead and look out the sides, but not too high. And just one tip, make sure when you're walking with a baby carrier, if you're ducking under something, they're going to be a bit higher than you. So if you're going under a branch, make sure you really squat down, otherwise you might knock them on the head. Right, let's talk about the features now. Okay, let's talk through the features quickly. So storage of the Osprey Poco, it holds 24 litres in total, and the vast majority of that is in the underseat storage pocket here. It goes right the way back there. And you've also got on both the hip fins of the waist belt, you have these little mesh stuff pockets here and here. And also, sorry, just going to the back again, you've got a mesh stuff pocket here, which is quite deep. And then you've got a sort of valuables pocket here that's fairly shallow, but also has a little key fob attachment too. We often get asked about these carriers if they're compatible with hydration bladders, so like Osprey's ones or Camelback ones. Yes, they are. There's a little toggle here right at the back that you can hang the bladder from, and then it hangs down the back here, sort of behind this mesh, and then you can take the hose out and then slot it through these little slots on the shoulder pads there. Okay, finally then, the sunshade. The sunshade is tucked away in a pocket at the back of the headrest here. I just open it out, and you can pull it out. You can pull it out completely, and you'll see it has this kind of hook and loop Velcro style closure system on both sides. You can attach, the attachment points for those are back in the pocket, so it just attaches there and onto the back there like that. Just get that to stick, there we go. And then you just want to grab these little loops here and thread them through the toggles on either side of the baby carrier. I'll just do the other one here. Oops, like so. So you've got mesh on the sides, and then a solid fabric from here right over the back. I just show you there, so it looks like this. So it provides quite a lot of shade for your baby, but I would recommend them wearing a sun hat and certainly having their upper arms covered as well as sun cream if you're taking them out on a hot day. So let's just pop that down. To take it down again, just undo the toggles, and then it should just slide straight back into the pocket, and you can just zip it up. Okay, there's just one thing I forgot to mention earlier, which is that the drill, what's called the drool cushion here, is you can, if you see where I'm tracing my fingers, that cushion can be removed. All you need to do is find the little red tags here, pull these down, and then there's similar on the inside of the carrier here, and that bit can all come off, and you can pop it in the washing machine. So the final thing I'm going to show you are the foot loops. Nearly forgot them. These are little stirrups that you can adjust up and down as your baby grows and their legs get longer. Basically, the idea is that their feet just slot in here, and it just takes a bit of the pressure off their hips because their knees are bent slightly. And then as they get older, they'll sometimes put quite a lot of weight through those and jump up and down on your back, which can be very annoying, but they do have a good purpose as well. So anyway, I hope you found this video useful. If you'd like to see any more reviews, we've got a comparison of this, the Osprey Poco and the Osprey Poco Premium. Please click up here. We also have done a whole video about the accessories that come with the Osprey range. So with this baby carrier you can buy, and I would really recommend buying the rain cover. The rain cover goes over the top of the sunshade. It's bright green, it's good for visibility. It's also, because your baby will be a lot more exposed when they're on your back in a baby carrier than they are in a pushchair. It's a really good option if it's a bit of a blowy, windy day. If you just pop the rain cover over it, really creates like a little cocoon and shelters your baby from the wind, and of course rain if it goes on to rain later on. The other accessory is the Osprey Poco Baby Carrier case. Again, that can be useful if you're travelling on planes a lot with the carrier. Just it's the right size to keep everything together, all the straps tucked away nicely. So have a look at those too if you are interested in an Osprey Poco Baby Carrier. So I hope you found this video useful. Like I said, please do subscribe to our channel if you want any more information about baby carriers.